this is Tita Lavinia. You guys may know me from Titas of Pageantry. I'm a beauty pageant enthusiast and I'm also a fashion writer for a wedding magazine. Please don't forget to hit subscribe and that bell notification button so that you'll be updated with all my ganaps and hanash. So for this particular episode, we will be talking about Miss Earth 2018 from the Philippines, Celeste Cortesi. So Celeste Cortesi, she is expected to do well, but she isn't expected to bring home the crown. Please make sure you watch the full video so that you'll get to know the reasons as to why. So guys, first of all, before I start this video, I just want to thank you all for subscribing and for watching the previous videos that we have done before. Just to address some of your concerns, I know that some of you guys have been asking for subtitles so that this particular video could be viewed by not just Filipino fans but fans from all over the world. Rest assured that we are going to be improving the channel, but just to help you out, I'm going to do this in English. Alright? So let's talk about Miss Earth because we just finished talking about Miss Grand International. Miss Earth will be having its finals on November 3rd, so it's just fitting to talk about the pageant right now. So just as like a brief introduction to what Miss Earth is all about. Miss Earth is a pageant that was launched in 2001, so they are on their 18th year, and Celeste Cortesi is our representative this year. Now, in the 18-year history of Miss Earth Philippines, this is the first time that we've actually crowned someone from the Filipino community abroad. Celeste Cortesi is half Filipino, she's half Italian. She grew up in Parma, Italy, but she ended up representing Rome, Italy. And then when she won Miss Earth, as you know, Miss Earth is here in the Philippines. So let's go ahead and check what Miss Earth is all about. As you guys know, Miss Earth is one of the newest of the alpha pageants. Over the course of 18 years, we have crowned 4 Filipino winners. Now, a lot of you guys think that, you know, she may not be a good fit to represent the Philippines because she doesn't speak Filipino very well or she doesn't speak English very well, but I feel that she gets a free pass on this because she did not grow up here. But the mere fact that she chose to represent the Philippines really says something about, you know, getting to know more of the country and like really representing Philippines the best way she can. So Celeste Cortesi is 20 years old. She's a model. If I may be frank with you, she's probably one of the facially beautiful representatives of our country at Miss Earth. She's tall, she's very pleasing. Even if you capture her on film, even if it's candid, you'll really get to notice her. Another thing about Miss Cortesi is that she has a really vibrant personality. You know, she's not afraid to roll her eyes on certain issues, but at the same time, it doesn't make her rude. So I do like that there's a balance, and I do like that she's very approachable in a way because she's not so high and mighty. She has like the quirks of a regular, you know, young woman. As for Miss Earth, you guys know that Miss Earth has a really specific advocacy, and this has something to do with environmental awareness. So every year what they do, they don't really go to a lot of parties, they don't really have a lot of like glossy photo shoots, but what they're looking for is a representative who could really do the work for them. It's just a bonus if they're beautiful, it's a bonus if they're sexy, but at the core of it all, they're looking for a candidate who can speak for them during speaking engagements, who can do photo shoots with them if they need like tree planting activities, street campaigns, if they need like coastal cleanups. So they need someone who can really work. And in fact, even with the pre-pageant activities, it has something to do mostly with going from one area to another. And as you know, in the Philippines, when you travel, you can't just travel by land. you have to travel by sea, air, and land. So we need someone with stamina for Miss Earth. They keep on telling us that this is a particular pageant wherein you don't really need to get from point A to point B because it's gonna be very exhausting. In fact, for this particular edition of Miss Earth, there has been at least one candidate who quit due to exhaustion. So I'm just gonna leave that out for you guys to research on, but definitely it's not a pageant as glossy as the others that you may be aware of. So as for Miss Cortesi, yes, she is expected to do well, but not to win. When I say she's expected to do well, in a way it hurts a bit because she is beautiful. Everybody thinks that had Carolyn Vasko not won the previous year, she would have easily bagged the crown. So the first reason as to why she may not really get to win this time is because we have won 4 times in a row. Now, this is something that raises eyebrows, not just within the Filipino fan community, but with the other pageant fans as well. Definitely, Miss Earth's credibility has gone down a little bit, or maybe more than a bit, only because they feel that we're being favored just because the organization is Filipino. So a lot of people are thinking this pageant was created just to make Filipinos win. Now, we may argue that these girls were deserving, so it's really up to you to think about that, but that's the thing. Maybe the focus is way too much on the Philippine delegation and the preparation of the Philippine delegation, so we don't really get to see the bigger picture. The next reason is that if Celeste Cortesi ends up winning, that will be a back-to-back win for the Philippines again. Now, a back-to-back isn't supposed to be something that should be frowned upon. This happened in the past with Jamie Harrell and Angelia Ong. Even in Miss Universe, this has happened to Venezuela. It's just that if she wins again, and if she does a back-to-back, it will definitely put Miss Earth's credibility down the drain. As you guys know, and I'm not gonna even sugarcoat this, Carolyn Vasko's win was really surprising. She isn't a classic beauty, and it's a little difficult to actually sell her for everyone else, especially if we're going to talk about glamorous photo shoots, only because her beauty is unconventional. Not everyone will really get to appreciate it, especially for those pageant fans who are more traditional. But she does have some merits. She's tall, she's really elegant, but most importantly, she is so intelligent. She took a physics. You can put her out there, make her speak in front of everyone else. If it's like in a convention or like some discussion on a certain environmental issue, she can definitely ace it. But Carolyn Vasko is also one of the most bashed beauty queens out there. The good thing about her was that she has maintained her composure throughout her year-long reign without really addressing any of those negativity. But of course, if you put another Filipina in there, I don't think Celeste Cortesi can handle it as well as Carolyn Vasko, and I don't think she deserves that much negativity just in case she ends up winning. The third reason as to why she is not expected to win is because of something that maybe we can all relate to. You see, a few days ago, they had a TV guesting on a noontime show. And this noontime show is actually hosted by one of the most influential TV personalities in the country. He's known to, be very close and be very touchy-feely, but that's really just for show. There were pictures taken of Celeste Cortesi and that particular TV host that were circulated all over social media under the premise that they were in a relationship. A lot of people weighed in on this, thinking that it's not fair for a Miss Earth candidate to be canoodling with a TV personality who's supposed to be very influential. But my take on that is, first of all, it's none of our business if it's true, but it's definitely not true. I just think that if she ends up winning, they will definitely attach this issue to her win. Now, the fourth and the most important reason as to why she is not expected to win this edition is because there are definitely a lot of really strong girls competing in Miss Earth this year. So we have the likes of Portugal, who's been like the favorite since day one. We also have the likes of Puerto Rico. We have the blonde Dutch girl, and then we have, of course, Venezuela, who keeps on doing very well in Miss Earth. I know they want to replicate the win of Alice from 2013. Vietnam is also doing pretty well this edition, and then we also have the likes of Nepal, who's really smart. And then we also have Mexico and Colombia. As you know, the Colombians, they always have this amazing form and figure. So this year, they will be looking at face value. Now, I don't know if you can read between the lines, but we did have some issues last year with people really voicing out their concerns for a winner who isn't exactly bankable when it comes to facial beauty. So this year they made some changes. As for the judging criteria, they allotted 65% for like beauty of face, and they got the scores from like the no makeup challenge, and then 35% was allotted for intelligence and environmental awareness. Now, if I may just give you a little bit of like background, last year they had a really strong lineup of girls. They had the super beautiful Venezuela. They had the super beautiful Thai girl. It's just that during Q&A, a lot of them really didn't do so well. So I don't know if this change in weight when it comes to judging, I don't know if it had something to do with what happened last year. But definitely this year, they're looking for someone who is facially beautiful. Now, I know Celeste is, just ticks on all of these boxes, but I really don't think that it's gonna be not fair, but I don't think it will be right to give her the crown this year. It's a little disheartening because she's one of the strongest girls we've ever sent, but at most, in my assessment, she could probably get a spot in the Miss Earth court. So as for the winner, we will really have to find out on November 3. So if you guys have any comments, if you agree with my assessment, go and comment below. Thank you so much.